Hello and welcome. Every single time you shop online or send a secure email, there's this little bit of mathematical magic happening in the background. So today, let's dive in and pull back the curtain on the core concept that makes it all possible: public key encryption.
Think about it. This is the fundamental puzzle we're trying to solve. Imagine you need to send a secret to someone, we'll call him Bob, but you've never met. You have absolutely no way to agree on a secret code beforehand. Any message you send could be intercepted, right? So how in the world do you create that first secure connection?
Well, traditionally, encryption was all about a single shared secret key. So Alice and Bob would both need the exact same key to lock and unlock their messages. But that creates a classic chicken and egg problem, doesn't it? How do you securely share the secret key without an intruder, let's call him Charlie, getting his hands on it? If Charlie snags that key, your whole conversation is completely exposed. Game over.
And this is where we see a huge shift in thinking. The old way, symmetric encryption, used that one shared key. The real breakthrough, though, came with asymmetric encryption. It completely sidesteps the key sharing problem by using two separate but mathematically connected keys. Okay, so how on earth does using two keys instead of one actually make things more secure? I know, it sounds totally backward, but this is where the genius of the system really shines. Let's break down what these two keys are all about.
First up, you've got the public key. The best way to think of this is like an open padlock. You can make 1 million copies of this padlock and hand them out to literally anyone in the world. They can use it to snap a lockbox shut, but, and this is the crucial part, they can't use that same key to open it back up. It's a one-way street for locking only. And that brings us to its partner, the private key. This is the one and only key in the entire universe that can open that padlock. You, the owner, guard this key with your life. You never share it, you never send it anywhere. It is your personal secret tool for unlocking anything that was locked with your public key. So let's put it all together. Bob wants to receive a secret message. So he just shouts his public key, his open padlock, from the rooftops. He doesn't care who sees it. Alice grabs one, locks her message in a box, and sends it over. Now, even if our Snoopy friend Charlie intercepts that box, he can't do a thing. He's totally powerless. Only Bob, with his unique private key, can unlock the box and read the message. Just like that, you have secure communication, with absolutely no pre-shared secret. Pretty cool, right? Okay, the padlock analogy is great, but what's the actual math that makes these keys work their magic? How is it possible that one key can lock, but only its special partner key can unlock? Well, the classic system that really brought this idea to life is the RSA algorithm. It's named after its inventors, Rivest, Shamir, and Adelman, and it is, without a doubt, the bedrock of so much of our modern secure internet. So let's peek under the hood at how these T's get made. It all starts with two ridiculously huge secret prime numbers. We'll just call them P and Q. You multiply them together to get an even more massive number, N. From there, you just need two more ingredients, a public number E and a secret number D that's cleverly calculated using those original primes. And what you're left with are two distinct keys. The public key is just that pair of numbers N and E, which, again, you can share with the whole world. The private key also uses N, but it's paired with that secret number D. Okay, so when Alice wants to encrypt her message, she first turns it into a number. Then she takes that number, raises it to the power of E, and does something called a modulo n operation. It sounds fancy, but it just means divide by n and give me the remainder. What comes out is a completely scrambled, unreadable number, the ciphertext. Now, Bob gets this scrambled number. He performs a very similar-looking operation. He takes that ciphertext, but this time, he raises it to the power of his secret private number, D, and then does that same modulo n. Because of the beautiful mathematical relationship between all these numbers, this process perfectly reverses the encryption and poof, the original message pops right out. Only the person with D can pull this off. But hang on a second, if an attacker knows the public key, which has N and E in it, why can't they just use that information to figure out the secret private key, D? What's stopping them? This is where we get to the core idea of what's called computational security. It's not that it's theoretically impossible to break. It's that the best way we know how to do it would take the fastest supercomputers on Earth literally billions of years to figure out. So for all intents and purposes, it's practically impossible. The entire security of this system hinges on a beautiful, kind of lopsided trick in mathematics.
See, it's incredibly fast for a computer to multiply two huge prime numbers p and q to get n. But going the other way, taking that massive number n and trying to figure out which two primes made it, that is an unbelievably hard problem. And since you absolutely need to know those original primes to calculate the private key d, the secret stays safe. So, let's bring this all the way back around. This elegant, mathematical one-way street is the solution to that big problem we started with. And that right there is the key takeaway. Public key cryptography gives us a rock-solid method to build a bridge of trust over a totally untrusted network, like the internet. Alice and Bob can start from nothing, with zero shared secrets, and create a completely confidential channel, all while an eavesdropper is watching every single packet and is totally powerless to do anything about it. We really hope this helped untangle the basics of public key encryption for you. If it did, and you found it useful, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe so we can keep on making these complex topics simple and clear. And we'll leave you with one final thought to chew on. The security of systems like RSA relies on a math problem being too hard for the computers we have today. But as computers get exponentially more powerful, especially with the dawn of quantum computing on the horizon, how are we going to adapt? What's the next big mathematical challenge that will protect the next generation of our digital secrets? Thanks for joining us.